You are now listening to JS Productions.
Saturday, 21st of November 2026, Metropolis. The sounds of drizzle bore down upon the humongous city of Metropolis. Gleaming lights outlined the raindrops descending from the skies as the hustle and bustle of traffic clouded the scene. Pedestrians rushed under the downpour, desperate to beat the rain and get home the soonest possible, as raindrop by raindrop fell from their invisible home under the beaming face of the moon as night crept on. Just another night in Metropolis. Without notice, a colossal Rolls-Royce Phantom limousine cut through the torrent of rain and dashed across the Chinese lantern-lit streets like a tiger in pursuit of an indomitable prey, tearing the city ambience weaved by the populace. After zipping across Metropolis's avenues, screeched to a halt the limo did as it confronted a jumbo mansion. Without warning, the passenger, a bald man with cheekbones so high that they rival Abraham Lincoln's, stepped out and darkened the doorstep of the mansion. That fellow is Lex Luthor. Savvy, charming, born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and handsome altogether, propelled his corporation, LexCorp, from just a tiny company resting on the fringes of Metropolis's corporate to a world titanic company holding a monopoly on the field of tech and finance in Metropolis. Lex did, earning billions in the process. Without a word, Lex plopped down onto his beloved armchair right beside the warm, welcoming arms of the colossal fireplace and ate his fill on chapati imbued with some pletable dal before fishing out the day's newspaper. Within moments, Lex's face curled in disgust as his orbs rested upon a headline.
President Keegan Reeve of America thanks Superman for his service. Yeah, I know it. So much publicity for this Superman nowadays, huh?
Superman was a brand new superhero based in Metropolis. With his astonishing abilities of flight, super speed, and heat vision, Superman got his hands on global news spotlight as tales of his deeds rocked Earth, while Superman continually singly crusade for truth, peace, and justice. Everyone in Metropolis was exceedingly proud of this wondrous gentleman with unparalleled abilities. Everyone, except for a certain Lex Luthor.
What's with the world nowadays? Every time Superman saves a kid from being run over by a bus or a cat from the tree, the news writes puff-piece editorials about an alien who can atomize us. There wouldn't be a thing we can do to stop it if this ever happens.
Well, that might be what Lex would say. The truth is a far cry from his prattling. You see, Lex had an ego so cosmic nobody could match his. Having lifted Metropolis' citizens out of inconvenience through his mind-boggling inventions and effective curbing of rising employment by putting many to work in LexCorp, Superman's deed had effectively stolen the focus on his contributions, something that Lex's ego is determined to reverse. Out of the blue, Lex became aware of a sudden presence behind him. With a turn, Lex saw his intruder, a lanky chap dressed up in a suit drenched in eerily soothing shades of celadon. A pair of loud checkered trousers and brown brogues completed his getup. But the incongruous thing regarding the stranger's attire wasn't the green ensemble or the bowler hat on his head. It was the presence of question marks riddled in all sizes across every space present in his garb. The stranger's devilish, burning eyes, neatly framed within the polished, dark Havana frame of his Ray-Ban Clubmaster Classic glasses, shot at Luthor promiscuously as he strode towards him.
Ah, Lex Luthor, I believe. You evidently don't know me.
Ha! On the contrary, it is evident that I do. You are the Riddler, aren't you?
I'll overlook your condescending tone if you heed the gravity of mine.
Ah, yes, the Riddler. You're a master strategist criminal based in Gotham City, a city right beside Metropolis. Ah, yes, you also have a penchant for theming crimes around riddles and puzzles. Rather interesting, I believe. Well, I can spare you 5 minutes if you have anything to say in this thought of ours.
Everything that I say has already crossed your mind, and perhaps your reply has already crossed mine. Anyway, back to business. I sense we're kindred spirits. Oh, there's sure to be differences. But riddle me this. What is common between us? Yes, we are men of vision. Contrivers filled with strategic thinking to the First Order. We see a kick at the can and then we grab it. But in the past few weeks, I've had some trouble discovering my criminal vision mission. Some trouble in Gotham City that wears a cape.
Lex's eyebrows furrowed, for he knew exactly what the trouble that wears a cape was. For 8 years, Gotham City had a vigilante hero as mysterious as the Bermuda Triangle, but as devious as the shadows of the night, the Batman. When Gotham was plagued with evils of blackguards, the Batman will emerge from the veil of darkness to put them all behind bars, deleting the malefic, malicious operations of names like the Joker, the Penguin, Scarecrow, Bane, and the Riddler himself.
And you also have a pain in the neck. A flying Superman in red and blue.
Ah, yes. I sense that we now have a common interest at hand. That is, we have a diary to our respective cities' heroes. Interesting fact.
And that brings me to my little electrifying proposition. Let us team up, and together with our indefatigable strength, I shall put a definite end to Batman's venomous actions of subversion.
And I shall eliminate Superman. Ha! A masterful plan this is. Yeah, really masterful plan, Riddler. You provide valuable insights and strategic thinking. Meanwhile, I shall provide the resources and technology needed for our plan. But wait, how are we supposed to engage both directly and efficiently?
Be patient, my friend. Patience is the key. And as for our dear friends, we can obliterate them to some outside help. Yes, outside help! Riddle me this, riddle me that. What is the outside help? You shall see for yourself. Now!
In the blink of an eye, froze every nerve in Lex Luthor's body did, as Lex's pupils dilated in trepidation, a choke gurgled in his pharynx at the sight of the terrifying, diabolical apparition Lex saw beside the Riddler. Lex's face blanched in terror as the ally of Riddler slithered closer to him. Closer, closer, and closer. Monday, 23rd of November 2026. 2 days after the Riddler and Lex Luthor forged their alliance, all was normal in the world. Herds of investors thronged the New York Stock Exchange to invest. Farmers round the globe continued to till the fields. Teachers continued to teach. All was normal everywhere on Earth. All except for a certain Gotham City, neighboring city to Metropolis. Over the course of the entire day, mysteriously plagued with the vanishing of mannequin figures Gotham City was. From apparel shop to shop, a string of disappearances of the mannequins housed within them occurred relentlessly across Gotham City faster than the spread of COVID-19. Apparel stores of all sizes weren't spared. Is there anything still worse? I'm sorry, but yes. The shops that housed the mannequins weren't just struck by the loss of their figures. They were also crippled by fire, in what was dubbed by the press as the Great Fire Heist of Gotham. News of the burning down of all the shops that housed the vanished mannequins made shockwave across not just Gotham, but the globe. How could someone inexplicably steal zillions of mannequins and devour the shops in the jaws of fire? In the wake of this Donnybrook, the Gotham City Police Department, GCPD, leapt into action. Commissioner Gordon, top cop of the GCPD with 12 years worth of experience, folded in his very nerve, was sent to give the case the once-over as the GCPD held the unwavering view that their top member could solve the case in the flick of a fly's wing. As Gordon surveyed the blackened ruins of wooden shelves and apparel, shook his head Gordon did as the damage surrounded him like a ruined sea of destruction. Searched for clues that might point to the perpetrator he did for millenniums, but in vain, despite his tremendous experience. Not willing to throw in the towel that easily, Gordon went around to more burned shops, but ended up yielding the same result. To further complicate matters, Gordon heard from his colleagues something dangerous. News is spreading among the low lives of Gotham that the Riddler had vanished without a trace. Faced with such a challenge, Commissioner Jim Gordon now had two options. One, quit the case entirely and let it all slide.
No, I wouldn't let it all slide. I mustn't. No, there's a way. Aha! Got it! Yes, there's a way after all.
So, on the night of 23rd of November, Commissioner Jim Gordon of the GCPD found himself being enveloped by the dark symphony of Gotham's night, composed masterfully by the malefic, heart-rending sounds of thunder and shots of lightning behind the curtain of charcoal black clouds, while standing on the rooftop of an illustrious Notre Dame tower. Gotham Tower. Without a word, Commissioner Gordon ambled towards the far corner of the roof, which occupied a mysterious metallic object of gigantic proportions plugged by leeches of wires. Gordon slammed the lever connected to the jumbo object while scanning the chilly, nighttime Gotham skyline like a robin. In 10 seconds, the enigmatic object revealed its identity to Gordon. A lamp? No, not a lamp. A signal. More like a call. The light produced thanks to the mighty stream of electricity dashing towards it, streaked out in unison to the dark heavens like a pack of wolves in pursuit of a prey. Through his eyes, Gordon could see a shape slowly presenting in the skies thanks to the signal Gotham Tower. But what shape was it? A bird? A plane? It was the shape of a bat. The chilly winds of Gotham's night whipped Gordon's face as a mighty plane streaked in the skies, bringing forth tendrils of the night with it. With incredible grace, the plane dove just a few floors beneath the roof. Slowly and cautiously, the wing contraption rose, godlike, to greet the police commissioner. In a blink of an eye, the cockpit of the plane slid back as its pilot leaped out and landed on the ground without a sound. Khaw, then imposing, the dark spectre, nightmarish, undead, strode towards Gordon without a word, dragging the shadows of Gotham in his wake. Alert eyes scanned Gordon from a Peruvian blue bat-shaped cowl, made from a devious mixture of lead, Kevlar, and impact-resistant graphite. Under flashes of light, Gordon could perceive the Herculean muscle build possessed by the man well defined by the unbreakable folds of his bodysuit. The titanic bat symbol emblazoned, the sophistication of the tag on a utility belt, and the long cape of the figures that danced alongside the wing. This man is known to Gotham by just one name: the Batman. Having operated in Gotham for 8 years, he has aided the GCPD as a fully deputized agent of the law, in busting many villains and enigmas big and small, like the unnerving, discombobulating, gut-churning Flying Grayson tragedy, or the devious case of the Chemical Syndicate.
Evening, Commissioner. Looks like you have an enigma bigger than what I've ever faced. Any reports on the criminal Riddler? I heard from Detective Harry Bullock that it's disappeared.
Yeah, Riddler vanished quite a while ago.
I don't like it, Commissioner. I think the Riddler's behind this and got something colossal planned. He just doesn't vanish like that for no good reason.
True, but alright. Counts to Riddler many times before this, right? Anyway, I think we shall work together. I couldn't even find a single clue out of a crime.
There must be a clue somewhere. I think we'll need to investigate the crime scenes further to get to the bottom of this conundrum.
With that, both men decided to head to the crime scenes at once. With Batman joining in the investigation, the GCPD got cracking on auditing the crime scenes throughout Gotham in an effort to unearth potential earth-shattering clues and leads of paramount momentousness. Soon, just as what Batman had predicted, clues were left on the crime scenes. Clues in the form of riddles.
Batman, Topper's found something. The Hallmark-style Halloween card, and it reads, "To for Batman." Riddler is most probably involved.
If you think that only one riddle was uncovered, think again, for the duo uncovered not just one riddle, but 5 riddles on 5 burned shops in one go. Batman's suspicions were instantly raised by 1 bazillion%, while Gordon's confusion raised by a zillion%. Despite Batman's intuitions, Commissioner Gordon thought that most of the riddles were red herrings placed to lure Batman and Gordon. However unflinching Gordon might be, he would soon find out, to great luridness, that the brick wall of his obstinacy would soon crumble to atoms. It all started on Tuesday, 24th of November 2026, in the blackened remains of the shop, Elliot Clothes and Apparel. Everyone was searching for clues, while all of a sudden, Batman's vigilant eyes took sight of something. In a swipe of a lion's tail, he was down on the ground, searching through the ruins like a bloodhound, determined to uncover its hidden meal. In 11 seconds, Batman had unearthed an object he never expected in a crime scene. A PSP.
Wait, what? PSP? Shocking. Positively shocking. Both illogical.
Instantly, the dusty battered screen of the PSP slowly jerked to life, and on it, a button labeled "Try Me" materialized. Without hesitation, press the button Batman did, and in seconds, materialized on the screen an awfully familiar lanky man dressed in garb of green. The Riddler!
Ah, Batman. We crossed paths again, Detective. Yes, it is I, the Riddler! And more importantly, your intellectual superior!
Riddler, what are you up to again?
Nothing of the usual sort. Batsy. I see that you started on investigating. Good start. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Did you receive my precious love letters to you, Batman?
I did. Gordon thought it was a bunch of poppycock created by a Muppet.
Ha! I see! Your little amigo in blue is making a mistake. Did you not think I'd overhaul my methods for good? All of them are vital! All riddles! You just spoiled my mood. You know how much time I spent devising these? Anyway, I really have planned something special for you and Gordon this time, Bats. What fun seeing you all stumble in confusion in my noteworthy little enigma.
It'll be more fun when the GCPD and I get our hands on you, Riddler.
I like to see that happen, but sorry, probability of that is -1 trillion. Was that sad? Does your head hurt, Batman? Understandable, you're no match for me. Can we just agree that I'm cleverer than you? Let me give you a hint. My goal is simple. To normalize me, you have to answer all the riddles. But I'm sure you'll all be trumps. For I use my mind over muscle. Unlike you. Don't get too full of yourself, Dark Knight. It only gets harder from here. Think the ball of victory goes to me. Riddle me this. Riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big bat bat? Not me. Let's play a game. Just me and you. Ready? Good. But be careful.
As abruptly as it began, the video feed of Riddler crackled into a sea of absolute darkness. Batman and Commissioner Gordon stared at each other in a fit of saccharine silence at the revelation. All the riddles were vital!
Well, Commissioner, looks like I've got to solve this riddles quick. Otherwise, heaven knows what the Riddler will be accomplishing should we fail. Alright, let's see the first one.
Riddle me this. Dotted with buildings and traffic my body is. The city of tomorrow right next to a serious city on a serious earth. Amidst the clouds I am a melting pot of progressiveness, where fantasy takes flight and visions real. Skyscrapers touching heaven's dome. A place of peace, justice, and the American way I am. What am I?
Serious city on serious earth. That must be Gotham City the Riddler's referring to. Meanwhile, the city of tomorrow is the city of Metropolis, the only major city devoid of Gotham. If I'm not mistaken, Metropolis was started by the New York Times as the city of tomorrow on the 11th of July 2025, and he has a reputation of being America's biggest melting pot. So, that's the answer. Metropolis.
Riddle me this. In darkness shrouded, growing within me the reeking stench of crime has throughout history as jurisprudence and crime oft interthread. Haunted by the alleyways I am by a dark night, fighting blackguard schemes, dauntlessness transcendent. I am a token of darkness, a city of might, where shadows reign and days turn to night. What am I?
Gotham City. The word Dark Knight is an allusion to me. Well, Gotham is indeed plagued with crime for a long time before I came. Here's the third riddle. Let's see.
Riddle me this. I'm everywhere, staring at your face. Connect the synapses of words I do a million times. Serve the synapses of sentences and clauses I do too. A tiny nexus, the conjunction that aid words I expand. Here I am, hiding in this pile of words, dancing with the devil in pale moonlight. What am I?
And. The word and. And is the most used word to connect words, sentences, and clauses. Besides, don't I see the word and appearing within this riddle once? Moving on to riddle number 4.
Riddle me this. A nightmare I am for all who seek to rise to power and those who relish it. Come I do when pride blossoms too much. An invisible daemon I am when I strike, while a season I am before the cold wraps of winter in the eyes of Americans. What am I?
Fall. The word fall. Fall in American context means the season autumn. Plus, there's also a saying called pride comes before a fall. One more riddle to go. Let's finish this.
Riddle me this. A document I am, materializing after one has been taken to the realm of the dead. Split your possessions I will among Homo sapiens, popping out throughout time, a name I also am. What am I?
The word will. A will is only signed by a person before he or she dies that instructs what should be done with one's possessions after one's death. There are many people who also name Will from the past to the present, like Will Eisner, or Will Rogers?
Alright, fantastic. List of answers is Metropolis, Gotham, and Khaw. So, what can we do with these answers? Hey, what's the matter?
Instantly, Batman's features folded gravely with concern, as his mind thought a most horrible deduction. The answers to all the riddles were words that could form a sentence. With an expression of grimness, Batman soon joined the words into a sentence that sent a shudder down his spine. Gotham and Metropolis will fall. While Gordon and the cops dashed off to apprise the Metropolis Police Department of the revolting, chilling, out-of-the-bluish development, stood still the Batman did, a hero dark cape and mask, a wraith of the night overlooking a wide kingdom of destruction and frenzy of the cops at the scene, ruminating darkly to himself.
I have a feeling that the Riddler is going to herald death and destruction on a scale never seen before. But I won't back down, as death is powerless against one, if one leaves a legacy of good behind. I've lost count of how many times my foes try to browbeat me. There's no escape, Batman! End of the line, Bat! Time to die, Batman! Why can't you just die? Every night, over and over and over. And yet, I'm still here. So, to the Riddler, I will find you, I will defeat you, and you will be forgotten. Because I'm a silent guardian, a watchful protector, a dark knight.